You wake up. For a fleeting second, there's something lingering at the edges of your mind. Something vivid, something powerful. A sensation, a scene, a voice. But just as you try to grasp it, it slips through your fingers like smoke in the wind. The more you chase it, the faster it fades, until all that remains is an empty feeling. A strange knowing that something was there, but now it's gone. Why does this happen? Every night, your mind creates entire worlds. Places you've never seen, people you've never met, stories that feel just as real as waking life. But by the time morning comes, those worlds collapse, leaving little more than fragments, if anything at all. Scientists call it dream amnesia, a phenomenon so universal that most people barely question it. Yet, beneath its surface lies something unsettling. Think about it. Why would your brain go through the trouble of crafting intricate, emotional, sometimes life-changing experiences, only to erase them before you can even hold on to them? What if forgetting isn't an accident? What if it's by design? Recent studies suggest that your inability to recall dreams isn't just a quirk of memory. It's a safeguard, a defense mechanism honed by evolution, ensuring that what happens in the dream world stays in the dream world. But why? What is your mind protecting you from? This question is bigger than just memory. It touches the very nature of consciousness, the limits of perception, and perhaps even the boundaries between reality and something else. And if the answer is as unsettling as some researchers believe, then forgetting your dreams might not just be a convenience. It might be a necessity. Every night, as the world around you fades into darkness, something strange happens inside your head. A shift, a descent. Consciousness doesn't simply switch off, it transforms. Deep within your brain, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logic, reason, and self-awareness, begins to dim like a city shutting down for the night. Meanwhile, other regions flare to life. The amygdala, the emotional core, becomes hyperactive. The visual cortex sparks with color and movement. Neural pathways that rarely intersect during the day start to weave together, creating something surreal, something dreamlike. This is the labyrinth of the sleeping mind, a place where memories morph into impossible landscapes, where the laws of physics are rewritten, where the self you know in waking life begins to unravel. And yet, as real as these experiences feel, they are fleeting. The moment your eyes open, they begin to collapse. Faces, places, emotions, dissolving into nothing before you can grasp them. The dreams you lived through just minutes ago are erased as if they were never there at all. Why? The truth lies in the way your brain handles memory. While you sleep, neurotransmitters responsible for long-term storage, like norepinephrine, drop to almost zero. The intricate stories crafted in your mind never get the chance to be saved. Your brain, in its altered state, simply doesn't record them the way it does waking experiences. But here's the real mystery. If your brain can remember dreams sometimes, why does it forget most of them? What decides which fragments you keep and which are discarded? And more importantly, who or what benefits from your forgetfulness? The deeper we go into this mystery, the stranger it becomes. Because the more we understand about why we forget dreams, the more we have to question what they really are. You have lived 1,000 lives. You have soared through the skies without wings, breathed underwater without drowning, faced monsters that never existed, and spoken to people who were never real. And yet, by morning, all of it is gone. But what if forgetting isn't a flaw? What if it's a safeguard? Dreams don't follow the rules of the waking world. They bend time, distort space, and blur the line between possible and impossible. If every dream were etched permanently into your memory, how long before reality itself started to feel unstable? How long before the memories of things that never happened began to feel just as real as those that did? Some neuroscientists believe that your brain has evolved a reality firewall, a mechanism designed to erase dreams before they can interfere with your waking perception. A defense system to keep you grounded, to ensure that when you wake up, you know exactly what's real and what's not. But here's where things get unsettling. Studies have found that people with conditions like schizophrenia often struggle to distinguish dreams from real memories. They recall vivid, surreal experiences but can't always tell if they actually lived them or just dreamed them. It's as if their reality firewall is weakened, allowing fragments of the dream world to bleed into waking life. And if that can happen to them, what does it say about the rest of us? Perhaps the only thing keeping your mind tethered to reality is the fact that your dreams slip away before they can take root. Perhaps, in some deeper, hidden part of your brain, a choice is being made every night, what stays and what is erased. But if that choice exists, who or what is making it? There are nights when dreams feel more intense than reality itself. The rush of joy so overwhelming it brings tears. The kind of terror that leaves your heart pounding. The sorrow so deep it lingers even after you wake. But then, it's gone. Not just the dream, but the weight of it. The fear, the love, the grief. All slipping away like echoes fading in the distance. This isn't just forgetfulness. It's protection. Dreams are not random. They tap into your deepest emotions, unearthing memories, desires, and fears you might not even know you have. If every one of those experiences remained just as vivid in the morning, how would you carry it all? How would you separate true emotions from the ones conjured in the depths of sleep? Psychologists suggest that dream amnesia acts as a buffer, shielding you from an emotional overload. A survival mechanism that filters out the chaos of the dream world before it can spill into waking life. But sometimes, fragments slip through. The unease that lingers after a nightmare you can't quite remember. The unexplained sadness in the morning. The sudden warmth of a love that never existed. Ghosts of emotions without context. Remnants of a world your mind refused to let you keep. And if your brain chooses to erase most dreams to protect you, what does it say about the ones it allows you to remember? As you sleep, your brain is anything but idle. Beneath the surface of your awareness, it is working, sorting, analyzing, discarding. Every conversation you had, every face you saw, every stray thought that crossed your mind during the day. It all flows into a vast, hidden system. And in the depths of that system, a decision is made what to keep and what to erase. Dreams are not just random hallucinations. They are part of this processing machine, a subconscious workshop where your mind tests ideas, replays events, and connects fragments of experience in ways your waking self never could. Some of the greatest discoveries in history, scientific breakthroughs, artistic masterpieces, even solutions to problems that seemed unsolvable, have emerged from this chaotic, nocturnal process. But here's the paradox. If dreams are so important for problem-solving and memory consolidation, why forget them? The answer may lie in efficiency. The brain is ruthless when it comes to storage. It takes the essential lessons from dreams, the emotions, the insights, the problem-solving pathways, and discards the unnecessary narrative. Like a computer clearing temporary files after running a complex program, your mind keeps only what serves you and deletes the rest. But every now and then, something slips through. A fragment, an image, a feeling that lingers, refusing to fade. And when that happens, one question remains. Was it meant to be forgotten? Or did your mind leave you a message? Great ideas don't always come from conscious thought. Some of the most groundbreaking discoveries, the most haunting melodies, the most breathtaking works of art, they were born in dreams. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Paul McCartney's Yesterday, the structure of DNA. Each of them a gift from the unconscious mind. A glimpse into a place where creativity flows without limits, unshackled by logic or doubt. But here's the mystery. If dreams are such a powerful source of inspiration, why does the mind erase almost all of them? Some researchers believe the answer lies in the nature of creativity itself. Forgetting dreams may not be a loss. It may be a transformation. The brain doesn't simply delete dreams. It lets their fragments sink into the subconscious, where they blend with waking thoughts, waiting to be reborn as new ideas. The real magic isn't in the dream itself. It's in the fragments left behind. The strange, disconnected images that linger. The emotions that feel like echoes. The moments that don't quite make sense but refuse to disappear. This is the raw material of creativity, the puzzle pieces the mind offers without revealing the full picture. And maybe that's the point. If every dream were remembered in perfect detail, there would be nothing left to wonder about, nothing left to chase, because sometimes True creativity isn't about remembering everything. It's about piecing together what was never meant to be whole. Not everything in the human mind is an accident. Some things, patterns of thought, instincts, behaviors, are written into the fabric of who we are, passed down through generations like a hidden code buried deep in our DNA. Forgetting dreams may be one of them. Scientists have long questioned why dream amnesia is so universal. If remembering dreams provided an advantage, evolution would have favored those who retained them. But instead, the opposite happened. Across cultures, across ages, across the vast expanse of human history, dreams fade. And that raises an unsettling question. What if forgetting isn't a weakness? What if it's an adaptation? In the ancient world, survival depended on a clear mind. A hunter distracted by visions of last night's dream could hesitate at the wrong moment. A leader plagued by false memories from sleep could make disastrous decisions. Those who remembered too much may have struggled to separate real threats from imagined ones. Over time, the brain may have evolved to protect itself, to prioritize waking reality over the shifting illusions of the dream world. There's evidence to support this. Studies show that the brain is far more likely to retain memories linked to danger or survival than neutral or nonsensical ones. This means that the dreams you do remember, those rare, vivid fragments, may not be random at all. They may be the ones your subconscious needs you to keep. The rest, erased, by design, which raises one final question. If forgetting is written into your DNA, what happens when something refuses to be forgotten? There are dreams that feel different, more vivid, more real, the ones where the details are impossibly sharp. The air carries a scent, the ground beneath your feet has weight, the people you meet have depth in their eyes. These aren't just fleeting images from the subconscious. These are memories of something that, by all logic, should not exist. Some physicists theorize that reality isn't singular, that beyond what we perceive, there are countless versions of existence, each playing out differently, each slightly or drastically altered. A world where you made a different choice. A world where you never existed at all. And what if dreams are more than imagination? What if, during sleep, the mind becomes untethered from this reality, free to drift between worlds, catching glimpses of lives that aren't yours but could have been? It sounds impossible, but in quantum mechanics, particles have been shown to exist in multiple states at once until observed. The very nature of reality seems to depend on perception. If the universe itself operates this way, why wouldn't consciousness? Maybe the reason dreams are forgotten so quickly is that they were never meant to be remembered. Maybe the mind blocks them out to protect you from a deeper, more terrifying truth, that every night you slip into a version of reality you were never supposed to see. And the moment you wake up, something makes sure you forget. Consciousness is a mystery. Scientists have mapped the brain, traced every neural pathway, measured every electrical impulse. And yet, no one truly understands what makes you, you, where thoughts come from, where dreams originate, or why they disappear. Some researchers believe that the answer may lie not in biology, but in quantum mechanics, the strange, unpredictable rules that govern the tiniest particles in existence. At the quantum level, matter exists in multiple states at once. Time behaves erratically. Reality is not fixed, but fluid. And some physicists suggest that the brain itself may operate, at least in part, as a quantum system. If that's true, then what happens when you sleep? Dreams could be more than neural firings. They could be the mind entering a superposition, a state where multiple realities, multiple possibilities exist at once. A place where past, present, and future blur together. A realm where thought is not linear but expansive. But here's the problem. The moment you wake up, this quantum state collapses. The mind resets, locking you back into a single version of reality. The dreams, the alternate possibilities, the glimpses beyond, wiped clean. Not because they never existed, but because your brain cannot afford to remember them. If dreams are quantum in nature, then forgetting them may not be an accident at all. It may be the only way your mind remains stable, the only way reality stays intact. And if that's true, then maybe forgetting isn't something that happens to you. Maybe it's something your brain is forced to do. Every night, without fail, you disappear. Your body remains, but your mind drifts into something else. Something uncharted, something unknowable. And when you return, the journey is erased, the memories wiped clean as if they were never there. But they were there. For a brief moment each night, you step beyond the boundaries of waking reality, into hidden worlds, into emotions too intense to carry, into fragments of knowledge your mind refuses to keep, into something deeper than sleep, something that touches the edges of existence itself. And yet, by morning, it's all gone. Was it evolution? A firewall against madness? A necessary reset to keep consciousness stable? Or is there something else? Something or someone, ensuring that no matter where you go in your dreams, you never bring the truth back with you? The more you try to hold onto a dream, the faster it slips away. The more you question what you've forgotten, the further it drifts. And maybe that's the final clue. Some things were never meant to be remembered. Some doors were never meant to be opened. And yet, every night, without fail, you walk through them anyway.